What is up, you guys? Nick here, and in today's video, I want to analyze the fascinating company Switchback Energy and ChargePoint. If you have followed this channel for some time now, you'll know I focus on innovative disruptor companies that are positioning themselves extremely well for the coming landscape, and ChargePoint is doing that perfectly. We'll be discussing the ins and outs of this company, what they are trying to accomplish, where they are headed, what their future share price could amount to, and finally, whether you should currently sell, hold, or buy before their merger completion date. We have a lot to get to in this video. Grab a coffee, sit back, relax, but first, Webull has increased their promo. They are now offering 4 free stocks worth up to $3,700 for free when you 1. Sign up, 2. Open an account, and 3. Deposit in at least $100 using the link in my description. This is a complete no-brainer. Webull is a 0% commission trading platform with some of the best analytics in the game. This promo ends soon, don't sleep on it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I do a ton of videos like this covering EV, tech, IPOs, and innovative disruptor companies poised to dominate the future landscape. Hit the like button if you haven't already, I really would appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so Switchback Energy is a SPAC, a common theme occurring in the electric vehicle industry as of late. SPACs, or special purpose acquisition companies, are realizing the huge upside and future potential the electric vehicle market holds, and with a Biden Democratic government, this industry is poised to really take off in the next 4 years and beyond. SPACs have solely raised more than $60 billion just this year in 2020 alone, which is more than what they've raised in the past decade summated. A SPAC is basically a shell company that evaluates many different companies before choosing a target that they see high promise and future valuation in, then allocate their assets and investments into this company. Switchback Energy has chosen ChargePoint after looking at hundreds of companies and see huge promise and potential this company holds. If you don't already know, ChargePoint is a company based in North America that currently has the largest electric vehicle charging network in the world. Switchback Energy, trading under ticker symbol SBE, will complete its merger estimated to be a conservative $2.4 billion upon the merger completion. They filed their completion date through the SEC on October 19th, 2020 for a slated merger completion date of December 15th, this coming Tuesday. Their proposed maximum aggregate offering is equal to $3.528 billion, calculated from 245 million shares of Class A common stock. Now, should you get in on this before the merger is completed or wait until the hype has died down? Well, let's look at how ChargePoint operates and its business fundamentals. Founded in Campbell, California, ChargePoint currently holds the largest AC and DC charge point network in the world, within 14 countries and counting. It declared in 2018 that it will operate 2.5 million charging access points by 2025, with projected revenues of $2 billion by 2026. Considering this is up from just $145 million in 2019, shows the intense upside to the EV industry and the exponential increase of electric vehicles on the roads. Electric vehicles are projected to encapsulate more than half, 57% of all vehicles on the road by 2040. It's important to note that this figure just keeps rising and is a 2% increase from the 2040 projection just last year. ChargePoint offers stations for apartments, condos, cities, fleets, new construction, parking, retail, virtually making charging stations accessible for any environment. ChargePoint has completed more than 85.6 million charges thus far, and this number is rapidly increasing. We are seeing the beginnings of an exponential growth curve, which marks a valuable entry point for investors to get in, while valuations are still relatively low than what they could be 3 to 5 years down the line. They currently have a projection of 165,000 stations at an annualized growth rate of 55% by the end of December 2020. This really is incredible growth projections, and they plan to do this yet again with 55% annualized growth rate moving into December 2021, where they plan on having 260,000 stations. Their current stations host many different battery accesses for property owners, residential, businesses, municipalities, compatible with any EV. Someone uses a ChargePoint station every 2 seconds. They have over 175 partners, major corporations are using ChargePoint access, and customers can have access to hundreds of thousands of these stations, all with one membership. I really do think their vast monopoly on electric vehicle stations is going to set this company apart from the rest. The name of the game in EV charging is numbers and speed, and ChargePoint has both of these things. To use an analogy, when customers of gas and diesel vehicles are looking to refuel, they essentially find the nearest gas station to refill and then they're on their way. There's not much user choice, as you're essentially getting the same product for roughly the same price, regardless of where you're going, and this is very similar to what we are seeing unravel in the EV charging station landscape. It's a numbers game. as many companies are offering virtually the exact same service, electricity. With more stations than any other company, ChargePoint stands to heavily gain from the early user brand recognition and can stiff-arm competing companies by already having more resources, a stronger bottom line, and liquid assets to continually and increasingly build more stations on an increasing basis. They are then able to go even further and use their increasing revenue to develop faster stations while building more, obtaining that podium position in a nascent industry before competitors have a chance to gain a foothold. They have also been buying up pre-existing stations from other companies on an escalating basis, even further expanding their exposure and reach. Going to their chart, we can see that like many other companies based in the clean energy industry, their past 5 trading days have been roughly stagnant. However, they took a massive hit on Friday, losing 9.52% in valuation, dropping $3.99 per share, and landing at $37.91. They have a current market cap of $1.489 billion, are well off their 52-week highs of $44.41, and volatility is more than expected leading into this merger completion, just as we've seen with previous SPACs. This SPAC will grant ChargePoint access to billions of dollars, and that's extremely essential in a company with a tangible product. In this industry, it's about getting products on the market, and this liquidity will push ChargePoint even further ahead of the pack and allow them to grow at an increased rate. ChargePoint's gross margins are their defining golden feature for me, sitting at around 25 to 30%. This is astronomical. This is their gross margin, and with an installation gross margin of around 20%, this company is poised to dominate. Their cloud plans offer EV charging station owners to set the price at which drivers pay, with complete transparency and control into their operations. This market is only going to increase in the coming years. These really are the early gas station powerhouses, however, in their very early years in a very young industry, and these stand to become behemoths in the coming years and decades. I do think that leading into this merger completion date, we will see intense investor interest, especially after the large almost 10% dip we saw on Friday. I do think that with this completion, ChargePoint and Switchback Energy will shoot once again into the limelight with heavy trading volumes. If we look at other SPACs in recent memory, we do usually see a surge in share price leading up to and beyond the completion date. However, we then usually see a cooling off in the weeks and months following to then eventually get back on its original trajectory line. I've said it before and I'll say it again, that my own personal investment strategy is long-term and not overly worrying about these short-term share price fluctuations. With that being said, I will indeed be buying additional shares if I see dips on Monday before their actual merger completion. If, however, there is a large surge on Monday, I would personally hold off until the hype from the merger has worn off and we see a slight correction in their share prices in a few weeks' time. I really do believe in the future of this company. They are indeed the front runner of this industry, and with this early lead, it will be much harder for the competitors to gain a foothold and be able to catch up and surpass, as ChargePoint now has breathing rooms in terms of capital, they have more charging stations, they're generating more revenue than their competitors, and this is only slated to increase in the coming quarters and years. Analysts are seeing huge upside to this company. EV is the way of the future, and we are seeing the birthing of an industry right before our eyes. I would not be surprised in the least to see the share price edge its way into the 60s by the year's end. There is so much promise to this industry at large. With a Democratic Biden government, this is only going to increase in the coming years. I will have a follow-up to this video after the completion of this merger has occurred, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, I really would appreciate it. Don't forget about the Webull promo, 4 free stocks worth up to $3,700 for free when you sign up, open an account, and deposit in at least $100 using the link in my description. I don't preach anything I don't personally love and use. Webull does really have some of the best analytics in the game. This promo ends soon, don't sleep on it, guys. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate the continued support. Let me know what you think about this company in the comments. Are you buying before or after? Anyways, happy trading everyone, happy weekend. See you all in the next video. Cheers.